Hi there. My name is Roberta Raye, and I'm the author of Open with Love, and I am one of the two co-hosts for the upcoming retreat, Being Beauty Now, From Irritable to Irresistible. And it's going to be held in Desert Hot Springs, July 1st through the 4th. And it's a retreat for moms, moms who don't take good enough care of themselves in their daily life. It's more than a vacation, and you can find out more at beingbeautynowretreats.com, beingbeautynowretreats.com. And I'm making this video because I had something happen to me last night that kind of derailed me, and I wanted to share it with you because after getting over my initial upset, I looked at it and came to some deeper understandings of some things, and I wanted to share them with you about moms and about money. Before I do, I'll tell you what happened. I was about to go on stage last night. I was performing, and I did what you should never do. I checked my email from my phone, and I had received a message from a woman who I admire, who I love, who I respect, and who I just think is amazing. And she had some feedback for me about the flyer for the retreat. And I think I am going to just say who it is because she's so awesome, and you should check her out. Her name is Jodi Womack, W-O-M-A-C-K, and she has a website, nomornylons.com, and she hosts women's business socials all over the world, organizes TEDx talks, and is just amazing. She's also married to Jason Womack, who wrote this book, Your Best Just Got Better, which is an amazingly helpful book. I keep it right here for reference. Anyway, check those people out, and let me tell you what happened. The email I got from Jodi was under the heading Brutally Honest Feedback. And just before you go on stage, you should never open something like that, but of course I did. And what her feedback is that she personally couldn't imagine spending a weekend with moms who were probably exhausted, and furthermore, she couldn't imagine any mom spending $1,000 on herself. Now, the two are really integrally connected, but before I talk about that, I want to just tell you, it floored me. It had me, running home to well, it didn't. I did my show. I know how to put myself back together, and it's part of what I teach. So I did my show. I did great, and I took a look at it later, and I looked at the actual numbers. First of all, I addressed the money, and I was like, the retreat, the bonus part, when you take away all the expenses for the hotel and the massages and the food and everything else, the retreat itself is under $300. So it's not that that's so much. It's just when you wrap it in, it's kind of sticker shock. But I wanted to talk about moms and exhaustion, because non-moms may not understand what moms mean by exhaustion. The essence of being a mother is surrendering to the care of a growing being who is the survival of the species, right? So evolution has built in everything that the species needs to survive, and we have millions of years of hard wiring about the survival of the species. And in the last 100 years or so, everything about the survival of our species has changed, and our biology hasn't caught up with it. It is a biological imperative for women, mothers, to put the needs of their offspring before their own, because frankly, evolution doesn't care if the moms survive as long as the kids do, right? Doesn't care if the moms have a fabulous life. It doesn't even care if the moms are happy, all right? Let alone healthy or whole. It just matters that they're able to take care of the children until they're old enough to reproduce. It is hardwired in us to feed our children first. It is hardwired in us to protect our children first. It is hardwired in us to care about their well-being more than we care about our own. That's why the airplanes have to say again and again and again, because it's not nature for us to put our own air mask on before we help our child. It is absolutely an unnatural act for a mother to put her own air mask on before she helps her child. And that magnifies it completely, and I think I'm going to do a whole video about that, because there's ways that we treat our men as well, that it's all biology, and there's nothing wrong with that, except that everything has changed. And if we want to really survive and really thrive in this new world, we moms have to work with our biology and stretch ourselves through conscious and unconscious processes, which is what I'm offering at the retreat, which allows us to learn and implement the process of putting our own air mask on before we take care of our children, because that is what's now needed for more than basic survival, because we have accomplished basic survival. The burgeoning population on this planet shows us that we have accomplished basic survival. So that's why moms understand the word exhaustion in a completely different way than non-moms, and a different way than men. Men can see it in us, but they can't fathom it. So yeah, Jodi, I love you, and that's a really good feedback, and I wish I don't even know what to say. I thank you for it, because it got me thinking about moms and exhaustion. And the other piece about spending $1,000, you're right, again, most moms would not imagine spending $997 for 4 days and 3 nights to not only nurture themselves, take care of themselves, disconnect from those ever-pressing needs of the people around them, their children and everyone else that they take care of, but they would also not spend it learning the tools that they can take away with them to replenish themselves, to revitalize themselves, to bring back that energetic, playful, happy, passionate person that had the children in the first place, right? But I want to ask you what it's really costing them not to. I have been known to spend upwards of $1,000 on stupid shopping trips because I didn't feel good. I didn't feel whole, and I thought that that pair of shoes, that coat, and a couple of new bras was going to put me back together. And a lot of times the things that I buy out of that vacant space sit in my closet for years until I give them away. The other thing that it can cost to not take care of yourself for years on end is your own health. And it costs you in long-term and short-term medical bills, therapy bills, whatever. It can cost you in terms of your relationship with your children. And what's the price? What's the price tag on that, really? And what's the price tag on being too tired to make love? Being too tired to enjoy your body? Being too tired to enjoy your only life? This is your only life. So yes, sticker shock, all right? It costs money to put together an intimate retreat for 6 to 8 women with tons of personalized attention and care. But I think you're worth it. I know it. So thank you so much, Jodi Womack, for giving me this chance to look deeply and evaluate what's really up here. And everybody, please check out Jodi Womack and her husband, Jason Womack. They're always traveling the world. They have the life that a lot of us wish we had. And I am very privileged to know them and share that. So thank you, Jodi. Thank you, Jason. And thank you for watching Be Beauty Now.